Hey guys, Mike here from JetTech. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to assemble your JetTech fish and storage boxes. Just take note guys, there's multiple ways to assemble the JetTech storage and fish boxes, so just pay attention and we'll dive right into it. Once you've unpacked your storage box, these are all the items that you're going to find inside. And now if you've optioned for the fish box setup, you're going to have some extra items in there as well. So we're just going to start with the storage box, as that also includes the fish box for the first half of the assembly. First two parts you get are the side panels here. You'll then have the panel that faces the front of the jet ski. So that's going to have your tackle box and storage net. This is the back panel here. You've got 4 pieces for your adjustable legs. You've got 2 foam pieces for your legs as well. You've got 4 smaller foam pieces that are the inside of the storage box, which holds the esky in place. You got 2 securing tie-down stainless steel ratchet straps. You should have 4 bags of hardware as well. Then you've got your base plate. Coming on to, if you've got the fish box set up, you're also going to have your tackle box. You're going to have your tackle box net. You've got your 4 fishing rod tie-downs, and then you've got your 4 rod holders as well. The tools that you're going to require is a 2.5mm Allen key, a 3mm Allen key, and a 4mm Allen key, a 10mm spanner, and an 8mm spanner. That's all you need to assemble this entire storage box. Now when coming to your hardware, you're going to have 2 bags that are only necessary for the fish box option, but that also comes with your storage box. So you're going to have some with only 7 bolts in it that is for your storage net, tackle box net, and then you've also got some for your rod holders as well, which are got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts for your rod holders. Put them to the side. The first bag you want to grab is the one that has got approximately around 25 nuts and bolts and washers. This is going to put your storage box completely together and be the main housing for it all. First thing you're going to do is get your base plate. You're going to notice that there is a triangle there. That there is going to face the JetTech plate logo as well. That is the back plate. So make sure that goes on the outside. Make sure the lip on the top is facing outwards as well. Otherwise your esky is not going to fit in and you're going to be disappointed in yourself. And you're going to have to reassemble it again. First thing I do is I get the bolt. These are the short little 25mm bolts. I put the washer on the inside, and then I get the Nylox nut and I do that very first bolt just hand tight. We want to do all the bolts hand tight first, then you go through and tighten them up, and just repeat the process for the bottom 3 bolts. Next plate you want to put on is plate D. This is one of the side plates. Now you're going to notice that there is a circle in this. This is for the cooler box bung hole. So you want to put that towards the right hand side. Again, get your little bolt, put it through the bottom, washer on the inside, and then hand tight the nut. And just repeat the process for the bottom 3 bolts and also the 3 going up the side. All right, next side plate number E. It's onto your left side. Again, make sure you're going to the outside of the base plate. So the lip on the very bottom is facing on the out and not going to the inside, if that makes sense. I think it does, maybe. Okay, for the final plate is your plate C. It's got 2 little lobes underneath as well. That's just for securing sleds to the storage box or fish box if you require that. You've also got that top lip, so make sure that is also facing towards you. Same ordeal, grab yourself a nut, bolt and a washer. Get that middle bolt through. Make sure it's on the outside of the base plate. Washer, nut. Now just follow the same process as everything else pretty much, and do up all the nuts and bolts. All hand tight as well guys, just remember that. Everything hand tight first. Rightio, I've now assembled the storage box. There is 24 nuts, bolts and washers in total I've done up, but you may have a nut, bolt and washer left over. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. That's just a leftover in case you do yourself a mischief and you do drop one and it runs away from you. So now I'm going to continue with tightening this all up. I am going to use the rattle gun because I want to speed things up right now. But otherwise you need your 3mm Allen key and an 8mm spanner. Okay, so now I've got the storage box all together. We're going to move on to putting on your adjustable legs here. You're going to have 2 plates that have a bit of an angle, and you're going to have 2 that have 3 holes in the ends and also 3 holes along the top here as well. These pieces attach to the storage box themselves. First thing you're going to do is get your nuts and bolts here. These are the M6 bolts with your 10mm nuts. You're going to put a washer on the bolt end on the inside, going through the hole. Then you're going to grab your plate here. You're going to have the 3 holes on this side right here facing the back towards the triangle. That way the feet can be adjusted. See how the 90-degree fold is coming into the into the storage box as well. So it's going that way, not that way, and you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, so we got these 2 plates on now. Now I'm going to go to the plate that's got the 3 holes down the side here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the inside like that. And now you're going to notice that there's 3 holes. Now that is for adjustment. Some skis will go, so Kawasaki's, Sea-Doos, you can, late model Sea-Doos with link systems, you can go this flat position right here. For all Yamahas, they have a bit more of an angle on their transom, so you can adjust it out so the box sits nice and level. So we're doing this for a Yamaha, so we're going to do like that. Make sure the bolts are off going from the inside. I'll put one through there. And get the second one on the bottom. Goes in there. And that's now secure. So just take note that the leg that's going to make contact with the ski is facing outwards. The leg that's attached to the box is facing inwards. I have got the dome nuts on the bottom here, on the inside, and the dome nuts facing on the outside of that way. That is because if this nut is on the inside, your esky is not going to sit nice and flat. And then the second part is, if the nuts are on the inside here, it doesn't have as much clearance for your sleds if you are going them through, or if you're running it on the 45-degree angle. Now to adhere on your feet pads. Just before doing it, make sure they're nice and clean. Get some wax and grease remover or brake clean. Just wipe it down so you don't have any dust or grease on there. Wipey wipe. They're just self-adhesive, so just pull off the backing paper. Line her up nice and central. And on it goes. Cool. This storage box is now ready to go. Now if you got the fish box option, continue to watch to how do we assemble the rod holders and where to place them and how to do your nuts and bolts with that. Now if you don't have that option, skip to the end and we can show you how we strap these to the jet ski. Okay, so I'm going to put on the tackle box net first. You're going to get your little bag of nuts and bolts. This is the 2.5mm Allen key. Now I fibbed before, there was one extra tool you need. I personally just use a shifter, but you do need a 7mm socket or just a little shifter as well, unless you've got a 7mm spanner. Haven't seen too many. Now, very important with your storage net is that you don't over tighten it. This is plastic and you can just tighten it all the way till it squishes it to nothing, but then you're going to have exposed thread on the outside, and that's going to interfere with the fitting of your cooler box and also your straps running across. So that's also going to go for your rod holders too. But you might just have to stretch the net out a little bit. Perfectly fine. It's because the bungee pulls it in. There we go. Grab your washer on the inside with your little Nylox nut as well. You want to do it as tight till the nut and the thread on the inside is in line with each other. You want to do it as tight till the thread is pretty much in line with the nut and it's not sticking all the way out. Tackle box. In she goes. Okay, now moving on to the rod holders. Your last bag of nuts and bolts. Rod holder, same ordeal. Don't over tighten it, it is plastic, but make sure it is tight enough so that the rod holder doesn't come off and you lose your rod. You got modular options here. You can have your rod holder to this position or you can move it all the way out. If it's all the way out, you can't run 2 fuel tanks on the sides, but if you're only running 1 fuel tank on the side, you can. So I personally do that and I run it there just for a little bit extra spread. So with the nuts and bolts here, you got spring washers in this one. You're gonna first put that in, and then you've got a smaller washer there, and that goes like that. Then you use the bigger washer and a nut on the other side. Now these are a Railblazer rod holders. They are really good, commonly used throughout the industry. It just goes in like that with your Allen keys, the easiest way. Get your nut and washer, slide it through, maintain pressure on it. Nut on the inside, nice and tight to, again, you just see the thread getting in line with the nut there. Just twist it up. And repeat the process for the other bolt too. Can be a little bit tricky getting that second bolt in. You just got to balance it on your Allen key. But you'll get it. And like I said, once you've done it, you don't have to do it again. 2 more rod holders. Now, you can choose where you wish to put these. You can do one there. You can do one here. You can go all 4 on back. You can add more rod holders if you wish to as well, but 4 come with the kit. I personally like to put the extra 2 uprights on the side here towards the back. If you do put them on the back there, just take note that you can't open your cooler lid the whole way. So it is a little bit more practical on the side right there. And repeat the same process. Spring washer, little washer, Allen key. Final 4 pads. These go on the inside. So again, peel back the self-adhesive. Now, first location is this side here. Get it nice and close to these nuts and bolts and stick that one on right there. These are to help secure the fish box in so it doesn't move around, because obviously there's got to be, everything is engineered in the storage box with tight clearances. So the esky wants to be secure so it doesn't fall out, because we all know on jet skis, they get absolutely punished. You're on a high performance machine in choppy conditions, swell, and people going at high speeds. We want a nice, tight, secure fitment. So these are like buffer pads to stop the straps rubbing against the nuts and bolts, and also to lock the esky or cooler box in the storage box. And there's one other little trick with that too that you're about to see. All right, so you got your 4 rod holder leashes as well. I've already put 2 on here on the front. So you just go through these little slots, just loop it through itself, just like that. Click it on and repeat the process. Okay, so I'm putting this box on the Yamaha here. I make sure this hole here is nice and centered with the jet ski. You don't want to make sure it's all the way up there or all the way back there or bloody on an angle over there. Nice and straight and central. You're going to have 2 straps. You've got a hookless strap, which is this one. This strap here is used for the back of Yamahas, older Sea-Doos, Kawasaki's, Honda if you've still got one. Otherwise, this strap is used for the front only for all late model Sea-Doos that have the link systems, and you'll just see in this quick B-roll about how we attach it there. And then on the back, you just want to make sure it's sitting nice and central there. You don't want it hanging all the way back there or all the way forward there. So just about there, and that's going to be perfect. Now you've got 2 different straps in the kit. You've got one strap that's hookless, which is this one here. It's just got a ratchet on it. The second strap has a hooks on each end. So what we're going to do here with this strap, the hookless strap, you're going to go underneath the back here in this little slot. We're going to go right through. Make sure it's nice and flat coming through here, and then out that hole. I'm going to lift the strap all the way up to here. Now, underneath, using the eyelets that are already on the back of your jet ski that you most likely use to secure your ski to the trailer, you're you're gonna go underneath here. All right, that other strap there is just a strap for the ski. Then we're gonna go through this one. And we're gonna come back up to the hookless strap here. Now going through the back of your ratchet. Going to then continue to do it up just a few times just so it holds there. And we'll come back to that in a second. Moving on to the front strap now. Now because I've got the ratchet on this side, I want the ratchet for the front strap to be on the opposite side. Now very important, you grab the hook and go underneath the slot right there. Now you've got two options for slots on the front of the box. You want to use the bottom slot right here. This is for this particular model Sea-Doo. Then go through the middle, make sure it's nice and flat again. Through the hole there. Grab your ratchet if you can find it. Where is the pin? Okay. That, go through your ratchet, and just like the other side, place it in the slot. So you do it up a couple times, move back a little bit. Now this box is nice and secure and you can pop your esky in. It'd be cooler if you've got this option. And now this is just sitting on top of the straps right now, but what the straps do, they actually can't hold the esky in. Just push it in like that. If you have a bit of trouble pushing it in, just loosen your straps off and then plop it in and then tighten them up again. As you can see, that's nice and secure to your ski. Last thing I'll do is either trim down your straps, so cut them with scissors and then get a lighter and fray them off. I'm going to go right here through the stainless slot. Go through there and then back into this side. Make sure the strap is nice and flat on the inside. You don't want this and putting it through and it's got twists everywhere. So pull it all the way through. The strap hooks onto your eyelet underneath. Super simple. Grab your ratchet side. Go on through there. Now I'm not going to do that up all the way tight till I've got the front one on. My hookless strap. Now you can see I've got the ratchet on this side. This time I want the ratchet on this side. So I go through here. You've got two slots. You got upper slots and you got lower slots. The lower slots is for the Sea-Doos with the link system. Upper slot for everything else. So slide it all through. This goes through your rear toe eyelet. All right, go through this side of the ratchet, so the back side. Come through about in the middle there. Give her a few nips. Now before we tighten this all the way, we want to get the esky and slot it in. And I slide it in, just like that. Now it's kind of sitting on the straps right now, but these straps actually also secured. And the way we done it is that the straps go on the inside, so when they're tightened up, they're also compressing against the cooler box, so it locks it in. Now, it's going to continue doing it up. Couple that side. Couple that side, and a couple more. Give her a bit of a shake. Not going anywhere. Cut your straps down to the necessarily length you need, or just tie them off. That's it. So what you just want to make sure that your feet are sitting nice and flush on your transom. Now a little trade trick, you don't necessarily have to, but if you're doing a long endurance trip, I did 500 k's the other week. I had 3 20-litre Jerry's in here. I actually grabbed an extra strap, a hookless strap, and went through here, back down, and around the hook and tightened it. So I actually had 3 straps all securing it down. That is an option if you're going to be doing some open water, rough conditions for a long extended periods of time. That's another way you can secure these storage boxes and fish boxes down. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here and happy to help.